Okay, this video is to explore some of the other resources on Canvas for the stock market game. So I already talked about the key terms for a stock market game, Yahoo Finance. MSN Money is very similar to Yahoo Finance. You can go and type in, for example, Apple here just as well as you can on Yahoo Finance, and it's still, oops, not what I wanted, sorry. Okay, here's Apple, so I can click on Apple, and it will still bring it up. Same information, exact same information. It is nice that it has related quotes over here, so it gives you some ideas of some competitors. What's one of the things that Yahoo really doesn't do very well? They used to do a lot better with that. They give you, again, some information about Apple on some of their um, news sources, that kind of a thing. You can also take a look at the top as far as popular search. I would also encourage you, even with Yahoo Finance, to take a look at some of the things on their homepage. I got to get back to their homepage. Some of the things on their homepage. So if you scroll down, they'll have some news information. But if you keep scrolling, scroll, it has active gainers and losers. So active is going to be the companies that were the most active today, the ones that had the highest volume. So they were very highly traded, very volatile at that point in time. So for example, Bank of America was in there, which ended at $15.69, which was up 14 cents. You can also look at gainers and losers. So what were they? Which ones were up? Which ones were down? So if you click on gainers, it'll give you more of a list, and losers, same thing, as well as active. So those are some things to take a look at. The next one on Canvas was the Stock Screener by Yahoo Finance. I used to use this one a lot. They've changed it, so it's not. I don't like it as much, but it is something to take a look at. So basically, you go and search. You can go and put in different criterias for a particular company that you're looking for, and then it will spit out any companies that fit that criteria. So for example, I already kind of tried to look up something. So let's go to, I wanted to pick something that you'd recognize. So let's go to toys and games. And I'm going to say membership indexes. Do you want them to be a member of the Dow, the S&P? I would suggest just leaving it at any. Stock price, definitely put it at $5. Max, you can go all the way up to 100. Market cap, remember this is the value of the company for the shares outstanding times their stock price. So leave that open. Dividend and yield, you can leave that open. Volatility, yeah, just kind of leave a lot of this open because most of the time it will spit out a really small number anyway. So if you click on Find Stocks, it will give you a list of, for example, these are the 3 companies that hit my criteria. So you'll notice that you should recognize Hasbro and Mattel. And if you click on, for example, Mattel, it will pull up all of Mattel's information, and it should fit all of your criteria. So you can go in and you can set whatever criteria you want, but it'll give you some ideas of companies. So that's the stock screener by Yahoo Finance. Then you can also take a look at Fidelity's mutual fund search. This one was recommended to me by a financial planner a number of years ago. And again, it's changed since I used to use it. But again, this is a good idea to help you look for mutual funds if that's one thing that you want to do. Keep in mind a mutual fund is a collection of stocks. So it's a collection of stocks that professionals will actually choose for you. So you will have professionals that will choose those stocks for you, and they will be the ones that will watch them, and they'll be the ones that decide when to sell. Now, some mutual funds are risky because the types of stocks that they actually choose, but there's a lot of mutual funds that can be pretty safe. Just because they're spread out over a lot of different companies. It's that idea of don't put all your eggs in one basket. As well as you have professionals that are choosing it for you. So you don't have to worry about, gee, I don't know. I don't know if this is a good company or not. They are the ones that are constantly doing the research. So this is a site, Fidelity is a mutual fund company, so you will find a lot of Fidelity mutual funds on here, but they do put in here other mutual funds. So that's why I put it on here as an option. But you can search for funds on the Fidelity website. So you can search by class or category, which means basically what kinds of stocks are they invested in, or you can search by risk. So I'm going to search by classes, and so I'm going to search by, if I search by allocation, these are going to be, it tells you a little blurb on the side as far as what they're talking about. Combination of stock and fixed income securities subject to the risks involved in each of these security types, blah, blah, blah. Commodities are going to be things like farm products, okay? Those can be pretty much impacted a lot by the weather, for example. Municipal bonds are going to be invested when mutual funds are invested in like state and local governments, that kind of a thing. I'm going to pick allocation. Okay. I'm not going to select Fidelity funds only. Oh, this is the category, sorry. Any categories that I want to be specific on. So I'm going to say aggressive, just because in a short period of time, mutual funds are not going to make a whole lot of money for you. You can try and see if mutual fund will work for you, but mutual funds, to be honest, will be better for you for the long term. So I'm going to try aggressive growth. I'm not going to pick Fidelity only. Fund picks from Fidelity, I'm not going to pick that. No transaction fee funds only. That's fine. That means that you wouldn't pay a transaction fee for owning the fund. In the game, it doesn't make a difference. So I click see results, and it'll give me 40 funds that match. And you'll notice that, like I said, this is a Fidelity company. So the first couple are Fidelities, but after that, it gives you an idea of a bunch of different funds. It'll tell you their Morningstar category, which is the category of fund, their aggressive allocation. It'll give you an idea of how much they've grown over the last year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. But if you click on one, so for example, JP Morgan Investor Growth Fund Class A, okay, it's a mouthful, I know. But it gives you an idea as far as how they've been doing. Year to date, they've actually lost 3%. But their 3 years up 11%, 5 years 12, 10 years 6, so that's not bad. But it gives you kind of, again, a picture of how they're doing compared to some other funds that are similar to theirs. It'll tell you about the fund manager, asset allocation, so what do they actually have in their fund. You can see that a small percent is in cash, domestic bonds, preferred stock, etc., etc. What else is in here? It'll tell you performance and risk. Overall rating is 4 stars on there, so it's a pretty good fund as a whole. It says hypothetical growth of $10,000, so it gives you an idea of where your growth has been. Okay, so it's a good thing to take a look at. It gives you an idea of what's out there for mutual funds. Other things. Let's see. The Street. Have you ever heard of Jim Cramer? He has a no, continue the site. Sorry, advertisement. The Street is going to be Jim Cramer. He's the one that has Mad Money. If you've ever watched that show, it's on MSNBC. It's kind of a cool show. I will tell you that watching Mad Money is like watching Sports Center for stocks. Okay, he is all over the place. He is ridiculous. Okay, he's the one that will go and he'll be blaring horns and he'll be yelling and screaming and he'll take collars and all this other stuff. But in the end, he does actually have some good advice a lot of the time. So I put it on here because it is kind of cool to kind of follow some of the things that's going on. So it does have, for example, a bunch of different news articles on here. So you can talks about General Mills, AutoZone, Darden earnings. So those are things that he's going to be looking at. It says for Tuesday. So things that he's going to be looking at. This is a Mad Money recap. Let's see if I can get a video quick to show up on here just to give you an idea of what he's like. Okay, so this is Jim Cramer. I did get the video working, but it's not actually Mad Money. It's just his kind of synopsis of Mad Money. So this is actually kind of not as crazy as Mad Money is. So, but it gives you a picture of what he looks like. So, but he does have on here like Kramer's best stocks for 2015, top dividend stocks, those kinds of things. You could take a look at what he recommends. Keep in mind that he is recommending for the long term, and you are investing for the short term. So take it with a grain of salt. And then last on here is Investopedia. Investopedia is a website that is really good to kind of explain a lot of different things about the market, stock market. So if any of these terms that you come across or anything that I use in terminology and then you're just like, I don't know what the heck you're talking about, you can go to Investopedia and they have a dictionary. Okay, so go to the financial dictionary. You can go in and it is alphabetized just like a dictionary. And for example, if you don't remember what a mutual fund is, go to M. And then you can go all the way down. I think this one is probably it goes only M to MA. So you can go all the way to maybe 8 and you can find what a mutual fund is. Okay, oh, now I'm getting closer. But it gives you an idea of where to look for information. It is a good kind of tutorial as far as different things about the investment world. So it gives you an idea. It also has some videos and tutorials, so you guys can take a look at that. All right, that is it as far as the different resources available to you on Canvas. I'll try to add to this as I get more resources, but these are the ones that I have so far. Hopefully you find them helpful, and let me know if you have any questions.